This is a review this time for RapidWeaver 6.1. It's a web design program for Mac, and this is the start page. It is 64-bit. There is a trial available, and it is available on the Mac App Store, although at this time only the old version 5 is on the Mac App Store and not 6. So this is what you're presented with when you first start the program. You have various examples you can pick from: agency, blog, journal, portfolio, or personal. You can click to watch some tutorial videos on their website, get new add-ons, join their community, which is basically their forum, open an other new project, or find a recently saved project. Now let's actually go to recent and open one we've saved before. Down the left side, you have various pages which you can add by clicking Add. You would normally have at least one page, which would be your home page, your index.html. Then you can add various other pages. You can drag and drop resources here. Here's your edit panel or preview. Down here you have add hyperlink, your normal bold, italic, underline, various fonts, web compatible fonts, alignment, bullet points, various heading styles, or align an image left, right, or paragraph code, block quote, strike, things like that, and then color here. Now you have projects, which just opens the start screen. You then have add-ons. Here you can select from various add-ons such as plugins. Here's all the plugins that you have installed, such as a blog to create your own blog without having to host it elsewhere. Load an off-site page, create a contact form, so use some HTML code and various other styles here. Then we can look at themes and apply various themes to our project. Now Stacks requires a third-party add-on that you buy separately for about $30. I'll mention that again later. You can click here to download or buy more add-ons, either themes or plugins, or if you have Stacks installed, various add-on stacks. You can search your add-ons from here as well. Now, say we have a theme applied, in which case we do here. Let's just go to preview. Now here I have a theme applied already, and I've made various changes and added pages. Well, if we want to change a theme, we can always click themes. We can see I have split applied, but my own custom variant of split, basically because I changed the header image. But let's say we wanted something like this one. There you go. It still remembered our text, it still remembered our logo, it still remembered all our changes, except it's applied the new look. So let's go back, and we can always go back to the old look here. Now let's close themes. Media is just the iLife media library. Snippets is where you can have snippets of code. The inspector is where you'll do a lot of your work. You can give it a browser title. You can put it in a particular folder if you want. You can rename the file. In this case, it's the front page, so I've left it as index.html. Your encoding style, you can overwrite the default site name, slogan, and footer, which I'll show you where you can apply the default one later. You can create a sidebar here, which I don't have one applied. You can then go to meta, tags, and HTML. So here we can add some information into the header. Between the header tags, we can apply some CSS. As you can see, we have a header image CSS applied already here, which is this banner up here. We can also apply some JavaScript if we want. We can hit edit meta tags, and we can apply some meta tags by hitting add, such as you can create your own keywords or description meta tag. You then have use master style, which is applied in here, but I'll show you that in a minute. Or you can untick it and change the style individually for each page. Then page options, which at the moment there's none selected. Then you can publish to FTP here if you want. Now let's look here at this. This applies your styles. If you go here, this is where you can customize the design. So I've applied here a blue banner. This navigation bar up here was purple before, and I went down here, clicked here, and applied my own color. Then that is now, because it's in the master style and all my pages are using the master style, it will be blue, not purple, on every single page. But if I wanted to make it purple on one particular page, such as the About page, I could go to the About page. Then I could go here, untick, scroll down, and change the color just for that page. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the master style. Now under general is where you set your default title for your site, a slogan if you want one, or untick it if you don't. Apply the copyright, put your contact email address and what you want the contact button to say, such as just contact or contact me, or you can untick any of these things. Then here for web address, you put the web address. Then you can apply a site logo, which if we go back, you can see here in this particular theme. You can also apply a fave icon. So if you add a bookmark to this site, you'll see that icon in the bookmarks. Basically, it's a bookmark icon. You can then go to Advanced, and you have a few more settings here, such as the default extension, in which case you might want it HTML or you might want it PHP. You can also generate a search engine sitemap. You can protect your email address so spam bots can't see it and grab it easily, and there's a few other options there, including display breadcrumb trail. Code is where you can apply a site-wide code. So as you saw a minute ago, we can apply metadata such as description and keyword to individual web pages and have them on some but not others, or have them on all the pages, whatever you want to do. But if you put it here, it'll be on every single page, which in the case of description and keywords, you may want them on every page, although I would recommend having slightly different variants of the keywords on each page. And here is something I've done which wasn't in the theme by default. By default, the footer text saying copyright blah 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 was centered to the left. So I went in here to CSS, put in hash footer, then text align center. Now on every single page, the footer text is centered. So this is one you may want. In fact, I may even put this code in the description along with this video, because it's one I'm sure a lot of people will want to use. Been through this, you can change the font here, max width, sidebar hidden or not. Then we can actually go to stats and we can apply a Google Analytics code to keep track of our website visits, or a Go Squared live stats, which is, I guess, a similar service, but I've never used it. You can apply notes which are not exported, they're not uploaded to your site, they're just some notes. So you can say, tomorrow I want to change such and such, and then you can look at this and get a reminder and do it next time. Then Google Analytics. If you've applied a Google Analytics code, you can go here, sign in, and check it through this program each time, which is quite interesting. Now let's have a look at preferences. This is the general preferences. You can automatically resize large images down to a certain pixel width. You can preview, enable web developer tools. You can enable sounds within the program, not exported. Select which is the default theme. So if you know whenever you create a new website, you've got to want to start from Split, you can select Split there and it saves you a bit of time. You can then go to publishing, and this is where you can select when exporting, preview. Do you want automatically to preview the page that you've exported into Safari or whatever, or not? You can advance, enable smart publishing, enable a log of your uploads, clear page status when exporting publishing, then updates. We can check for new versions of RapidWeaver each time we open the software or not, and send system information or not when it does that. From file, we can create a new project, open. We can add a page from here as well. We can close, save as, we can export the site as a HTML website or whatever by clicking here. And we can say, is this folder going to be the default for this project? We can get the publishing settings, and what this is basically FTP. So if you're going to use FTP to upload your site to a server, you can go here, enter the server address, your username, password, and the path. Hit test to make sure that you have the right settings in, and then from there you can hit republish files and upload it to FTP that way. You can then do normalize images, click here, normalize. Now in this case I've already done it, so there's no images to process, but if this was a new project and you had new images in, it would try to shrink the file size down and make it more compatible with a useful website. From format, you have your basic bold italics. You have web-safe fonts to choose from. You have bigger, smaller, make the text bigger and smaller, show you colors, align left, right, center, ignore or clear formatting, make a list, HTML, you basically just have your headings. Most of this is found down here. You then have view, so you can get the project settings, which is this general tab here. You can page and resources, so show that. You can hide the source list, show themes or not, show the media browser, show snippets, manage bookmarks, manage add-ons, show page inspector, go to a particular tab, preview the page, view the source, so we can click like this and look at the HTML of each of the pages. But I should note you don't seem to be able to edit the HTML this way. Now, let's go and hide source now. Now, new page, I'll show you how you do that. Style text is the one you're most often going to be using. It just creates a basic website that you can start adding images and text into. You can create a photo gallery or photo album, which is, let me show you. Here, you get this sort of dialogue. You can go here, add an image and change its caption. If I preview it, you can see here what it looks like. Then you can click it to enlarge it or close. Now, you also have offsite, which is to load an external link. So you can say, have a link to another blog you've made on another website, open in a new tab. You can add a new resource and folder from here. You can look at all your plugins. So here you could say, add a blog, add a contact form, add HTML code, add a markdown page rather than a stylized text, create a site map, and various things here. You can also view by the developer if you have add-ons. In this case, it's just Realmac Software because that is who made this program. Let's go to Manage Add-ons now. Now let's click Get Add-ons. It goes to realmacsoftware.community. Now, here it shows that you can sign up and subscribe to some training videos, but there are a few basic free ones. It's recommended this one here is basically a featured one of the day, which is Bloom. And we can go back, scroll down and see there are lots and lots of others, such as ones with font here. You've got, let me see, various stacks here like this one. A search, way to add a search into your site. There is lots. Most, if not all, do separately cost extra money. So say for instance you've paid the price of RapidWeaver. Well, if you want stacks, you have to take that into account because that is another $30, I believe. Yeah, $29.95. It says there is a demo available, and here's some images of what it looks like. And basically what it does is it says stacks add flexible, powerful, extendable layouts to Dreamweaver. Building pages is as easy as dragging and dropping, choosing from dozens of included elements. Over 300 third-party stacks available. So in a way, it seems to be another add-on program. It's another way of adding even more add-ons to RapidWeaver. So definitely I would recommend getting the demo if you have RapidWeaver and giving it a quick look over. Plus, like I say, there is over, I think, 1,000, or is it 500? Well, anyway, there's tons and tons of RapidWeaver add-ons available from their website. So it's a very, very flexible program. I am using at a time of making this review the very latest version, which is 6.1.1. It is made in Brighton, England, which is quite neat. A lot of programs are American. Let's just take a look at the website, just take a look at all the features. It has 52 built-in, highly customizable themes to choose from. It has stats, like you saw, it has Google Analytics. It has smart publishing. It has over 1,000 add-ons available, online stores, fluid layouts, new designs, and much more. It has bookmarks. It has themes and plugins. Developers rejoice we publish our SDK on GitHub, so you can build incredible add-ons for RapidWeaver, and there does seem to be a lot of add-ons. Search engines love RapidWeaver. It's optimized for search engines, the websites you make. Reusable snippets. The snippets window lets you save frequently used pieces of code and reuse them on multiple projects. Mixed code and rich text. Your content lives happily alongside any HTML code you need to use. As you can see, it costs around £60, about $90. It's available directly here from the website, and I will put a link in the description. It is and isn't, like I say, available on the Mac App Store. Version 5 is, but for some reason, the new version 6 and 6.1 is not on the Mac App Store, at least yet. But like I say, I'll put a link in the description to their official website here anyway, and there is a trial available. I'll now quickly show you a website I quickly made in just really a few minutes is all in RapidWeaver 6. Now here we go. We have various pages here. We can then go to About. Now using that footer CSS, I have centered the text, otherwise it would be to the left. I've created a couple galleries, a couple pictures of me, and just a couple pictures I've taken myself. Quotes is just silly stuff I've said, and then poetry is an off-site page, which I told you about a minute ago. It opens up an external website, either in a new tab or takes over the page if that's what you want. And then let's go home. Now, the only thing really I see that is a bit of an issue here is the header, because let me show you. If we do undo master style, we can select a header. 1, 2, 3, 4, or no header. But all of these normally are pre-existing images that come with that theme. So let me preview a minute. Might make it more clear. Okay. 2. That is a part of the theme. I didn't use that image. A part of the theme. A part of the theme. No heading. And number 1 would have been an image that came with the theme as well. But what I had to do was duplicate the theme. Then I found where the image was stored in that duplicate theme, and I took one of my own images, made sure it was the same dimensions, and then I overwrit the image that it came with. Then now it uses this image here, which is one of my own photos. I really wish you didn't have to do all of that roundabout stuff of duplicating a theme and overwriting an image file. It would be good if you could go to Header, Browse, and select an image file yourself. Just like browsing to, say, a resource here. It would be good if you could just browse to an image in this drop down and select any new image you want, instead of having to go and duplicate and overwrite various files. So what do I think of RapidWeaver 6? I think it's a really great, easy to use web design program. It's really easy. The only couple things I see about it is changing images requires duplicating themes and overriding files. You should be able to do it from within the software using drop downs. You shouldn't have to duplicate files and overwrite files, you should be able to drag and drop. The only other thing I see is when you edit, let's go here, moving an image around the page can be a little awkward sometimes to get it where you want it. It'd be good if moving images around on a page was a little easier, dragging and dropping. But apart from that, that's really the only two things I see with it. It would be nice if you could easily change header images via drag and drop, and if you could drag and drop photos around a page a little easier. There's a trial available from the website. A link will be in the description to the product page. And please like and comment on this video, and if you could do me a huge favour and subscribe, because it only takes a few seconds and it will help me out a lot. Thanks.